On Friday night or early Saturday morning, depending on where you are in the world, we have this month's new moon happening in the sign of Virgo. And we actually get 2 new moons this year happening in the sign of Virgo. The first one on Friday and the next one next month. But this one that's happening on Friday happens at 0 degrees of Virgo. So it's like we're starting a brand new cycle under this new moon. And this new moon is actually the last big lunation that we have before we enter eclipse season. So this new moon is kind of like our precursor to eclipse season, because the next new moon that we have in Virgo happens at 29 degrees and it's a partial solar eclipse. So it's kind of like this new moon is kicking off a brand new cycle in the area of life where we have Virgo. And as always, new moons are when the sun and the moon come together in the sky and they form a conjunction and they signal the beginning of a new cycle. And that's why it's a good idea to set new intentions under a new moon, because it's a good time to plant seeds of those things that you want to nurture and grow over the upcoming months. With this new moon happening at 0 degrees, it's kind of like this new moon has like this pure potential energy and this pure potential of Virgo. And Virgo is the mutable earth sign of the zodiac that happens to be ruled by Mercury. And Virgo energy is like precise and analytical and detail-oriented, and it's a sign that likes to have a system and it likes to plan and have organization. It's also a sign that's very grounded and practical, and it has to do with our daily routines and our rituals and our habits that we do, again, on a daily basis. And it's also about like how our daily routines and rituals impact our overall health and well-being. So this new moon has to do with new beginnings around all of these things. So this would be a great new moon to set new intentions around these topics and also try to come up with like a detailed plan on how you want these things to manifest in your life. Because with this new moon, it's like about the details of the beginning of something new that we're starting from like the ground up. But there's a little bit of a twist with this new moon because it's square the unpredictable and planet of awakenings and surprises and shakeups, that planet being Uranus. And whenever Uranus is involved, it's kind of like expect the unexpected. You know, it's kind of like this wild card energy where we don't really know what to plan for, what to predict. So this might kind of shake up our old routines or our old rituals, or shake up our habits, or bring in awareness to our habits that are no longer helpful. Or we might get surprising or shocking information that kind of like pulls us in a different direction. With these changes that Uranus brings, though, it also brings the potential for these breakthrough moments. With these changes that Uranus tends to bring, though, it can be like both disruptive but also liberating. And these breakthrough moments, they can really help us to break through any like patterns or habits that have been keeping us in our comfort zone. So really try to ground yourself in order to kind of open your mind up to those potential possibilities or those inspired thoughts.